If you have the Chase Sapphire Preferred, Citi Strata Premier, or Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card, I'm begging you to watch this video because this one card that I found is going to make your credit card setup 20 times better. Okay, maybe not 20 times better, but it's definitely going to improve it. And this card is the US Bank Altitude Connect. And you might not have been expecting that, but neither was I. But let me tell you, this card is insanely good. Last year, this card came with the $0 annual fee for the first year, but then after that first year, a $95 annual fee kicked in. It had a $500 sign-up bonus, and the rewards and travel benefits were pretty good, but it really wasn't worth the spot in your wallet with that $95 annual fee. But earlier this year, they announced that they were reworking this card and dropping the annual fee. So I just kind of forgot about this card and assumed that they would be nerfing some of the benefits and rewards that came with it, but I was completely wrong. So I was actually researching for a video for the Cash Plus from US Bank, and then I decided to go and check in on this card. And what I found is that they completely got rid of the annual fee, but they actually kept the travel benefits that came with it. So you're getting some absolutely insane value for completely free. So there's two benefits that really stand out to us. The first is going to be a $100 statement credit for TSA PreCheck or global entry. So the reason that this benefit is so good is because all three of those popular $95 annual fees that I mentioned earlier are missing that $100 statement credit for TSA PreCheck or global entry. If you don't know what those are, they help you get through the airport lines a lot quicker, so they're pretty much the airport equivalent of Fast Track at Disneyland. Another problem with those $95 annual fees, the Venture Rewards card included, is that you can't get into any airport lounges with them. But the Altitude Connect actually gives you 4 free visits to airport lounges a year. If you have one of those cards and you want lounge access, you have to upgrade your Chase Sapphire Preferred to the Reserve, but the Reserve comes with a $550 fee, and if you have the Venture Rewards, you have to upgrade to the Venture X, which has a $395 annual fee. The no annual fee Altitude Connect actually gives you 4 free visits to airport lounges a year. And I think that this is perfect for me and a lot of casual travelers, because if you think about it, you're not trying to get into an airport lounge every single time that you go into an airport. Usually when I want to go into a lounge is when I have a delay or some kind of a layover and I have time to relax and get some free food and drinks. So if you're just more of a casual traveler, that TSA PreCheck and then the free 4 airport lounge visits is absolutely insane for a no annual fee card. And like I said, it plugs the holes of all those $95 annual fee cards. And this card is actually really good just on its own. In addition to those 2 benefits that I just mentioned, you're also getting no foreign transaction fee, so you can use this card anywhere in the world without having to pay anything extra. And then you also get 0 APR on balance transfers for the first 12 months. And as if this card wasn't good enough, they're also going to give you 20,000 points when you spend $1,000 within the first 3 months of having this card. They're also giving you some pretty crazy rewards too. They're giving you 5 points on prepaid hotels and car rentals booked through the Altitude Reward Center, 4 points on travel plus all your gas and EV charging on your first $1,000 each quarter, 2 points on your dining, streaming services, and then grocery stores, and then 1 point on everything else. So let's break down these different rewards categories. For the 5X category on prepaid travel booked through the Altitude Reward Center, I'm not going to put too much of importance on that because usually if you go through someone like Expedia, you're going to find a lot cheaper prices than if you were to go through the Altitude Reward Center. So I'm going to disregard this category. You then have your 4 points on travel, gas station, and EV charging. So there's 2 exclusions. The first is that it's capped at $1,000 per quarter, so you'd be able to spend about $250 a month on gas, but that does exclude discount stores, super centers, and wholesale clubs. So the big kicker here is that you're not going to get 4 points back when you use this card at Costco Gas. It's pretty rare to see a card that gives you 4 points on travel where you don't have to book it through a travel portal. However, these purchases are only going to apply to purchases booked directly through airlines, hotels, car rentals, taxi cabs, limousines, passenger trains, and cruise companies. The key word there is directly, because that means that you're going to have to go and book it directly on the airline's website. So you can't go through someone like Expedia. And you also have to keep in mind that there is a $1,000 cap per quarter, so you're not going to be able to book any super expensive trips. And also, if you use up that cap for travel, you're not going to be rewarded for your gas station purchases. You then have your 2 points on dining, streaming services, and grocery stores. So I'm also going to disregard this category too, because there's so many flat rate cards that give you 2% on everything out there. So while the rewards are pretty decent with this card, especially for gas, we do have to talk about the redemption because that's going to be a very important thing with this card. So if you read the fine print, it's going to state maximum point value plus the points redeemed for a deposit into a qualifying US bank account, travel, and charity. The redemption value may be different if you choose to redeem your points for other rewards such as merchandise, gift cards, and or statement credits. So what this means is that you're only going to get 1 cent per point if you have your points go into your US bank account or travel. If you do something like a statement credit, you're only going to get 0.8 cents per point. The first thing that they're doing is trying to save some money because most people are going to redeem these points for statement credit and they're going to have no idea that they're redeeming for less value than they could be. The second thing that they're trying to do is have people use their checking account. You've seen US Bank a lot recently trying to get people involved with their bank through their credit cards. They just announced their Smartly Visa credit card, where if you have a certain amount of money with US Bank, you're going to get more rewards. So they're really hoping that they can make more money off of people by getting them involved with their bank and giving them other products like loans. So if you don't bank with US Bank and you don't want to go through the hassle of having your rewards deposited into a US Bank checking account and then transferring that money from that checking account to your primary checking account, and you just want to keep it simple as a statement credit and get your rewards at a little bit of a reduced rate, that 4x category is really going to be 3.2, and then that 2x category is really going to be 1.6. But overall, I think that this credit card is still an S tier credit card, really one of the closest things that you're going to see to a no annual fee travel credit card. Even if this card came with no rewards at all, just because of that no foreign transaction fee, global entry and TSA pre-check credit, and then 4 free airport lounge visits. And like I said, if you have a $95 annual fee card who wants the holes in their setup plugged, I would definitely look into getting this card. The approval might give you a little bit of a problem, but the good thing is that US Bank actually just added a program where you can be pre-qualified, so you can go and see if you're going to get approved for this card before getting a hard inquiry on your credit report. US Bank is also very, very relationship based, meaning if you don't have any other credit cards or loans or a bank account with them, it is going to be hard to get approved. So if you want to go and apply for this card, I would open up a checking and a savings account first, which are both going to be free if you have a credit card with them. This is going to show US Bank that you have some skin in the game, and they're going to be a lot more likely to approve you. Also, I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of this month, so if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, it would really help me out if you click that subscribe button.